Hey everybody, happy Easter. It's Julie the Whippy Chick here, and I thought we would just go over a couple of my whips for today. It does seem like a very strange Easter. Obviously, everybody's kind of staying home. I think of all the little kiddos in their Easter dresses, and I guess they'll just have to Zoom in their Easter clothes, so we'll find a way through, right? So yesterday I went through all of my yarn, which didn't take long. I'm running really low to find out what I had and what I could do with it. So this is about it. Like I really don't have much else. I do have two skeins of a particular kind of yarn that's I used to make a sweater for a baby once, and that's really all it's good for. I'm not making any baby sweaters right now. And I have a lot of sock yarn. So I foresee making socks in my future. So one of the things I thought, though, I enjoyed making the Easter blanket that was the corner to corner. I enjoyed making that so much that I thought, well, why don't I use all of these scraps and make a single striped color changing corner to corner. So I started that yesterday, and there are going to be lots of ends to weave in. A lot of ends, two for every color. So, but that's okay. I don't mind weaving in ends, to be honest. I just, pop in a good movie and plug away. It's kind of mindless work, so you have to be in the mood for it, but it's okay. I don't mind doing that. So that was my first whip that I'll show you. And my second whip is one I talked about in my last video, and it's going to be a beach cover-up. The yarn that I'm using is Scapia's Whirl. Looks like I'm about, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through this skein, or ball, or cake. I guess it's a cake. And yeah, it's starting to come out pretty well. I'm not crazy about doing garments. They make me nervous for whatever reason. I'm always nervous when I make garments. But I've got the top part done, and so now I just have to work my way around until I get it to the right length that I want it. So I'll bring it a little closer so you can see the stitch. It really is basically just double crochet and then double crochet filet. And there's always one row in a pattern that seems to be hard. And for me, it's the second row of the filet. It just takes so long to go all the way around with that stitch, especially with such fine yarn. Usually when I use fine yarn, it's like sock yarn, and it's because I'm making socks, and it's knitting needles, and for whatever reason I find that a lot easier than using a crochet hook with fine yarn. The first chain, I think I had to chain 200 stitches, and that first row was a bear, and you had to join at the end and then continue on. So I got through the first row, joined at the end, and continued on, I think for another row or two before I realized that I had twisted my initial chain when I started. So there was a big twist in what would be the shoulder straps. So I had to rip it all out and start over from the beginning. And by that point, I won't lie, I was ready to throw the project away. I was literally looking for other things I could do with this cake. I had gotten a little discouraged. But then I remembered that I said I was going to do it in my last video, so I thought, I have to do it. I said I was going to do it. I bought the yarn specifically for it. I'm going to do it. So I tried again, and I was more successful the second time, and I made very, very, very certain that I was not twisting my chain. So that is about it. Things are weird for work, but we're learning how to do things remotely, so I have been able to do more actual work, like my job. So I've been a little bit busier this week and a little less time for crocheting. That's okay. I love to crochet, but it felt good to have at least a plan of how we were going to move forward through this whole coronavirus situation until it clears up. I can't wait. I've started a bucket list of all the things I'm going to do after this is over and things go back to normal. And one of the first things is to do another yarn shop tour. I love doing the little yarn shop tours. I've really missed that, and I've got a little list of places I want to go. And also, of course, I want to buy more yarn in a store where I can actually see it and feel it. So it's good to have some plans for when this is over. And also just to go to Target and not be scared and to buy groceries at the grocery store and not feel rushed like you want to get out of there before you get contaminated. So yeah, it's definitely been an interesting time, but I'm just going to keep plugging away at my little projects, and who knows, maybe when this is all over I will have like 0 yarn. I don't really believe that. I'm sure I'll have some sock yarn, but I don't think I'm going to have any more medium weight yarn at all. I'm trying really hard not to order it online. I don't want to make people come to my house unnecessarily. They should be in their houses. So, all right, I think that's about it for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. I wore my Easter scarf just for the occasion. Not that anybody's going to see it, but that's okay. So everybody have a happy Easter. Be safe, stay home, and wash your hands a lot. And maybe the next time we'll have better news the next time I make a video. So see you later. If you liked that video, please consider subscribing. Thanks.